Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more EU4 Relentless Push East continued. Well, here we are once again, still fighting Great Britain. That is not going anywhere. We've currently sieged down a few provinces, which is rather nice. We've pieced out Utrecht and yeah, we're just holding on to what we can. But in between videos, I've taken a second just to look at the overall state of our nation. We do have a fair bit of cash, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and invest this. So I believe, hang on a second, I believe it's somewhere around here. Here we go. There is a great project of which I do want to upgrade. So right now we have the, what is that, the Ichen Kala? That would give us a reduced cost for Center of Upgrade and yeah, improving that, as well as reduced trade penalty on non-main nodes and extra merchant power in where we have merchants. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to boost this. That should give us an extra reduced penalty to our non-main trade node, as well as well, that's pretty much all that it does, but I think that'll be good for our money making. So we're going to go ahead and get that started. And you know what? We have a ridiculous amount of manpower. I think we just go ahead and we throw some bodies. So we're going to go ahead and we will get that done. We'll just shift click this and then let's see, 78. No, let's just do this the basic way, just to avoid spending more than necessary. And then this will take us through until, hang on a second, August of 1770. Do we wait a year or do we just throw... We're going to throw the manpower. Yep, that'll be fine. So we'll get that fully upgraded. That should hopefully help us out with a little bit of extra cash, and that should be rather nice. Also, too, we do have a few sailors to spare, so we're going to go ahead and continue building our navy. We'll build another ship or two in, yeah, around the Mediterranean. That should be fine. We'll go ahead and... where are the length of time? Alright, there we are, 500. Yeah, there we are. That's not too bad. And then we're almost out of sailors, but we'll try one more. Okay. So either way, each month we're going to have to go back and see about improving this. We can get... Yeah, we'll get about 1,300 per month, so that should be a decent amount. And hopefully that will help. Again, pressing our nations, our subject nations for sailors has been a good thing. Alright, so either way, now that we've got all of that and we've got most of, we've almost taken Gibraltar, I did happen to notice that we also have some of British Guinea to deal with, as well as the British Congo. Now, I'm fairly sure that we have military access. Yes, we do. So what I'm thinking we're going to do is we're going to start sending a couple of troops further south, and we will try and occupy all of this. Right now, we still need to build up for our naval dominance to be able to defeat Great Britain and to land, which unfortunately is not going to quite happen at this time. So we're just going to have to hold out for a bit, and I think that's the best way of doing so. So what we're going to do is we're going to take, I don't know, maybe, what have we got? We'll combine these guys. That should be a good 70 plus thousand. Yeah, 71,000. That's not too bad. We'll keep maybe an extra group here, so that's 130. That should be safe, and we should be able to crush anything that tries to land. And then this extra 66,000 troops, we're going to go ahead and tell them to travel all the way down here. Now, unfortunately, that does take us all the way through the Mediterranean. That's going to be a very long journey, so you know what? Let's go ahead and use the military access through Spain. Once we take Gibraltar, we should be able to scoot over that strait, and that will make our life a little bit easier. But either way, while we wait for all of that, we still have to deal with things in North America. So right now we are about to take a defensive battle from the 13 colonies, and we will see if that all works out. So, oh, apparently they decided not to take that fight anymore. Okay, so, where are we going? That's into mountains. You know what? We're going to quickly cut on through. And actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and force march. I don't think we're going to have to worry about the end of yeah, the reinforcements in between, but we do want to try and catch out that smaller stack if at all possible. Again, trying to catch them in smaller numbers is very much an important thing for us to do. Alright, so what was that? Well, that looks like that's the Papal State looking for peace. Yeah, we are increasing our war exhaustion, I believe. Where are we at? Yeah, we're still at a 0, so we're going to hold out for now. We'll do that soon, but again, it's not too important. We also have High Liberty Desire in Cara Del. Okay, well, you know what? We should go ahead and fix this. Let's go ahead and see where they are. Opinion is maxed out. Okay, hang on a second. What's going on here then? Hordes development, enforced religion. Why on earth are they the way that they are? Well, that's going down very slowly, but again, nothing too bad. The Liberty Desire, I suppose... You know, maybe we royal marry them. Maybe that would make them happier. Yeah, Defender of we have the Defender of the Faith. They're a vassal. They are the right religion. You know what? Let's just royal marry them and see if that changes any of their issues. Yeah, there we go. We dropped things down there. So that should hopefully give us a little bit better of a reputation and whatever else. Oh yes, we also have a placated rulers modifier. That's probably what's ticking down and yeah, causing us grief there. But either way, enforced religion is disappearing over time, so that'll be fun. As for these guys, let's go ahead and track down... Yeah, let's track down this 5-stack into the mountains. Yes, we will technically need... we will technically have the terrain penalties, but again, it's such a small stack that it shouldn't really exist for long. There goes the Siege of Gibraltar. But again, there we go. So that's sorted. And then we're about to get attacked as well. They're locked on in. This is the mountains. Fantastic news. Let's go ahead and consolidate our regiments. We are already set. And we have all of our friends with us. This is good. They are forced on in. I'm not sure if this is the entire 90 stack, but that should be a good fight for us. Let's also now head over to Gibraltar, and we will take both of our troops. Let's march them down to British Guinea. Yeah, that does seem to be the right way to go. Yeah, at least we're not going the long way around. That is at least something. Let's go ahead and hand this off to Georgia. Take that from 55% to 110. That is a very nice little boost to defensiveness. Alright, and that should be fairly good for us. Yeah, no signs of anyone else... actually, no, let's just get rid of this call for peace. We're being sieged, that's no surprise. Countries are at war. Let's just see if we can clear some of this. Casualties, yeah, that's no surprises. We know about that. Unrest is fairly inconsequential. We'll keep the truces. We'll leave the claims. We're not going to be stating anything right now. Yeah, I think that should be... all. Okay, so either way, with these guys who are sticking around, let's go ahead and... Let's march you over here. We're going to go ahead and get everybody else to do some autonomous rebel suppression. Again, we did take all of this land, so we are going to have rebels. And for now, I suppose keeping this fairly... peaceful would be ideal. Again, a little bit of unrest. We will have to go ahead and convert all of this because it is Catholic, but that's just going to wait until February of next year so we can start working on those, but that should be fine. Alright, so where were we? Back over here. Let's go ahead and check on in. How is this fight going to go? Because again, oh, it does look like not everyone's joining in. Oh, we did lose a military leader. Let's just put anybody there. That should be fine. How many troops are attacking us? A decent number. Okay, still close to 90,000. How are we doing? We have superior discipline, superior morale, superior tactics, and the terrain advantage. Okay, I'm very happy with this. We even outnumber them. There's no way that's going to be a bad thing for us. We did lose a couple of ships over just further south, but it does look like most of our troops have survived. So we will Yeah, we will continue on our little path and we'll get them to regroup. That will be very nice. Give us a little bit more of a sturdy nature as we push forwards. So we did lose 7,000. They lost, the 13 colonies lost a huge number of troops. Over almost 40,000. Ouch. Alright, so how are they all doing as far as manpower is concerned? 13 colonies is now down to 170 with 40,000 in reserve. British Louisiana is still 260, but they have no manpower. And then Newfoundland, 169 and 63. You know what? As much as they're not nothing, I think this is completely doable. Yeah, if we can take them on in a one-on-one with 100,000 men, I think we stand a very good chance of causing them some very serious issues. Yeah, so you know what we're going to do? We're going to quickly take our troops. We'll let them recoup for a little bit, and then we're going to zip on down here. We'll take care of this one stack and maybe that 18. We'll then also go ahead and try and beat down this 28,000. And that should be rather nice. Either that or we could... 21st, 2nd of January. Yeah, no, I don't think we'll fight them in the mountains, not with that against us right now. This should be good enough. So when do we arrive? 27th? Do we give it a couple of days just to get a little bit of extra morale? You know what? We can probably handle this. Yeah, we still have more of a front line than we do cannons. But you know, let's just be safe. You know what? No, let's just march ahead. We're going to go ahead and take them out. We'll consolidate. We'll take a couple more losses than necessary, but at the same time too, we're trying to beat them down fairly quickly. And if the AI does something silly like retreat only a single province, we will still catch them, which is kind of the plan. Alright, so either way, there we go. That is a stack wipe. That is good. For 1,500 men, that is acceptable. So then we can now go ahead and march. We can march just over here. Or maybe if we go ahead, will they try and stop or will they get locked on in? We'll be there on the 18th. They'll be there on the 15th. Okay, maybe we don't want that. Let's go. Let's just see if we can keep these halves separated. That would be ideal. Or maybe even we just march and see if we can get them off that fort. Definitely handing that off to Georgia was a very good plan, because if they're already at 49%, they probably would have had it with better siege ability. Alright, declining power of the Boyers, that is not a concern. We'll leave that be. That's fine. We will take on a single thousand regiment. That is easy enough for us to defeat. 25th, when do we arrive? On the 1st. You know what? One extra day probably won't hurt us. Just guarantee that we get that morale tick. Guarantee that we get some more frontline men to the front line. We've lost a couple of claims on provinces. Again, those were just nice to have. Nothing too serious. And then I think from there we can just go ahead and dive on into the highlands. Oh, fantastic. This is going to be very bad for them and very good for us. So, consolidate. Let's march on forwards. This should definitely be a stack wipe. We do outnumber them. We have all of those extra little bonuses that we spoke of before. Here goes all of our overextension as well, I believe. So that takes us, down to 0. Very good. Oh, and we have an unconditional surrender from the Papal State. That is very, very nice. So let's just quickly check in here. What are we doing as far as religion is concerned? We are converting a few, although I think... What is this? By unity. These ones should probably get done fairly quickly. Yeah, you know what? They'll probably be the next ones. It's only going to be a month or two and we'll start converting, so that'll be fine. Let's go ahead, and we do need a state. I believe there is a... What is it? Yeah, so we have the Amsterdam one here. This will cost us 2.5 grand. Ooh, that's rather cheap. But we also have the Dutch polders, which would give us extra defensiveness. Oh yeah, monthly devastation, and then globally extra goods produced. That seems very, very nice. So for this, we need to have Dutch as one of our cultures. That's fine. We'll go ahead and we will state Holland. That'll be a-okay. It'll cost us some power, some governing cap, but again, that is perfectly fine. That'll also help us convert it a fair bit faster too, so that is also quite nice. And then I believe, yeah, if we core all of this, that'll cost us 91, that's okay. And then we can go ahead and add Dutch to our nation's accepted cultures. Where is the Dutch? Here we go. So we'll go ahead and we'll add that on in, use up some of that power. And now we should be able to get a couple more little bonuses up and running. So, yeah, here we go. So let's see, goods produced and all of that, or do we go for the trade value modifier? I think what we do, let's go for level 3 first. Yeah, that's only 2,500 ducats. That's $1,000. Yeah, we have the money here. We may as well get that last one sorted. Do we want to throw some more people at it as well? It's probably not a bad plan. Yeah, you know, we're not really using our manpower for too much else at the moment, so we may as well. And then when does this finish? In 5 years? Let's spend another 4 years worth of manpower and we'll just leave the rest. Yeah, still have over 500,000. That'll be perfectly fine. Alright, and we also have government interaction. We can use the Sudebnik for losing autonomy in that new state. I think that seems perfectly acceptable. We've also lost... Oh, right, of course. We've lost a little bit of absolutism as we're no longer in our golden era. That's a shame, but it is what it is. Let's just go ahead and use that ability, though. That should be fine. I don't know why we're having the revolution here. I thought revolution all got crushed. Either way, maybe it's just a permanent modifier for the Age of Revolutions. But that should be fine. And then these guys, let's also go ahead and make sure that we have you doing the rebel suppression. Just to be on the safe side in case there's some rather large uprisings. Okay, so that should be good. Let's just double check our war exhaustion still going down. Alright, excellent. That should be good enough. We can peace out with these guys whenever we wish, and then everybody else, yeah, they're going to be marching for some time. Alright, so one problem after the next. Alright, so that's a very nice little stack wipe there. Newfoundland has lost some of its troops. We lost a fairly acceptable number. We have 40,000 over there. Let's go ahead and... Ooh. Do we go for the 40 stack or the 50 stack with less morale? Interesting. You know what? I think we go for the 40 stack. Yeah, we'll be there. We'll get the reinforcement before we attack. That should be fine. But again, it just prevents them from being able to piece together a stronger position. We've got plenty of allies, even though we could probably take them just by ourselves, so that should be good. We'll go ahead and consolidate. Let's also double check on the Streltsy progress as well now I come to think about it. We're at 54, we gain half per month, so that means another 50 months, that's like another 5-6 years. Okay, well, yeah, that'll be fine. Alright, well, either way, let's go ahead and see what we can do. We do get the bonus in the hills, we've got the numbers, we've got everything. That's going to be a very quick and easy victory right there. Yeah, absolute stack wipe. Brilliant. Again, 3,500 losses. Quite acceptable. Let's go ahead and chase... Let's chase this small stack first. We'll just see if we can keep that 50 stacks somewhere away from the others. We should also have... Yeah, here we go. We also have another army here that has managed to make it here from our transports. Let's go ahead and start marching our way up over here. We will group up together. And at that point, I think we can let our allies kind of roam. In fact, what is this? We've got Peru's working on sieging. Okay, let's go ahead and tell Peru to siege. At the moment, you guys are being supportive. Let's just tell you to siege. We also have Brazil. We can also probably send you to siege as well. And then La Plata. Yeah, you will also be the one to go ahead and, you know, you can also be aggressive. Yeah, that should be fine. Alright, the others we can just let be. As all of these guys probably need to be supportive as they're getting run down fairly heavily. Alright, so whereabouts are we? You, my friend. Let's keep on marching. You guys can work your way up over there. Oh, I saw a little bit of movement. We can start converting. Let's just double check. 5 months on some of this Catholic stuff. That seems pretty decent. Alright, so that'll work out nicely. That will work out very nicely. Alright, so... Oh, okay, here we go. There is a 50 stack. They're going south. Let's quickly zip on down a... Oh, you know, there we go. We can intercept with them. That should be fine. It looks like our vassal has a good 60 stack, so they should be happy enough to engage. But again, just on the off chance, we've now got that. And then... Where are they heading? Maybe they're going up to siege? I'm not really sure, but you know what? We could do with a couple of reinforcements. Even though we're pretty solid, we do need to make sure that we've got a strong front line. We don't want to lose any of our cannons unnecessarily. You guys can go march this way, and we'll see if we can pincer these guys. Oh, and it looks like these guys have made a very poor decision. Yeah. If they want to throw 1,000 men at us, that is their choice. But that will be a pretty easy victory for us right there. Alright, let's give that one more day. So that'll be some extra information. Let's then go ahead and zip on across. And that should be fairly decent. We do have these guys moving through. Let's go ahead and on the first... Oh, these guys beat us there by a single day. Okay, well that's going to be a bit of a problem. We don't have much in the way of cannons. We're definitely going to lose that battle. Yeah, hopefully we can do some damage to their morale though. Yeah, we have the -1 as well. That's not ideal. We did win another one, so let's go ahead and quickly zip on over. If we can catch them with a low morale already, that's probably a good enough way of doing things. Let's see. Okay. You arrive on the 18th. That's in 7 days. I think what we do here is a tactical retreat. There we are. We can retreat right about now. These guys have lost some morale. We go ahead. We lose 0.1 war score. But then we go ahead and march on in with our troops instead. Let's shift consolidate. And this, even though it is in negative territory, should be overwhelming. Look at that. They've already got low morale. Some of their regiments probably aren't too happy. They have slightly more cannons than us, but again, we have the discipline, we have the morale. That's definitely going to be a victory on our side of things, and far more painful on theirs. Especially if we can get a stack wipe. No, not quite, but still, that will be good lasting progress. We'll go ahead and we'll chase them down. You guys can just go ahead and take another siege, and then hopefully that should be fairly good. We've got coffee. That's nice, but again, nothing too serious. And you know what? We should probably go ahead and keep on building some more ships. Yeah, we have plenty of money to spend, so let's go ahead and continue on building up our fleet. Some more heavies. And then... yeah, 500 days should be about enough. And then do we build up a couple more? I'm trying to think of whether we go ahead and build up some more heavies or whether we build up some more galleys and go for a very heavy galley build. We are going to get some bonuses to our galleys, so it's not the worst. Although, You know what? Let's just check the ledger. Right now we have... Yeah, we have a far superior number of galleys to them. We're working our way up. They still have a good number of heavies, but I think... depending on engagement width, maybe we go half and half, and so we engage once and then we zip out and then engage with another and then bounce out. Yeah, that could be possible. We've got plenty of transports, but again, yeah, I think it's going to be galleys and heavy ships. That should be fine. But you know what, for now, I think maybe we just go with heavies since they do outnumber us so majorly. Anywhere else that's really nice, quick and cheap? Not particularly. Okay, well then, let's just go with what we can do. That'll be fine, and that's the last of our sailors. We still have plenty of cash, so let's go ahead and increase our investments. Let's have a look at some counting houses. Nothing, well, some decent stuff, but who knows, there could be something better. Manufactories. Trade buildings in anything up over here. Well, that's just a straight upgrade, so we might as well collect you. Well, then I guess a couple of these will have to be good enough. Oh, right, and we do want 1,000 ducats, so I believe... when's this? 15th of May, so that's still another year or so off. Okay, never mind. I was thinking we had another great project we could upgrade in the meantime, but I suppose not. We'll just go ahead and build a manufactory or two. Why not? That is never going to be a bad call. Yeah, so that should be fine. More occupations. That's... yeah, that's going to become a problem to British Columbia fairly soon. They're losing out fairly heavily. All of these guys will siege that down. And then whereabouts are we? Here we go. Let's travel... Yeah, follow you there. Yeah, we're just going to try and see what we can do. It looks like, yeah, Russia and Mexico is trying to re-siege some of their provinces. And then... Oh, I'm not really sure. You know what? That's just a regular retreat. You know what? Yes, let's quickly race on in there and stack wipe them. That'd be good. Let's go... We'll make our way there, and then once in the next province, I think we force march and try and catch them. That would be ideal. So that'll be there on the 4th. We're catching them anyway. We have far better movement. Excellent, excellent, excellent. This is what we want. Consolidate once again, and then this should be a very devastating battle for them. Yeah, look at that. That is... outnumber them in every single way. Guaranteed victory. There we have it. Taking out another 20-odd thousand troops, making our life just that little bit safer. I think we go ahead and we just chill here for a second. We'll let our men recoup. We'll take another occupation. Some of these other guys, let's go ahead and... I think we'll work our way over there. So once we occupy this one, we should have pretty good vision of everything on that coast until more is taken. And so that will give us some good information just in case we get ourselves into a bit of a predicament. Yeah, okay, so that's fine. Let's also just double check how we're doing on war exhaustion, 0.05. Alright, we'll leave that call for peace for a little bit longer. Just in case we can do something with that. And then... let's see, hills, mountains... Yeah, I think we have a decent chance of being able to beat these guys up pretty good. But again, we're going to wait to get those troops together. Looks like another solid victory against British Columbia. Oh, they're all the way over here. Hello, well, I'm very glad I clicked that button. Otherwise, we would not have been checking out Africa anytime soon. Okay, so you have one siege. You have a single siege as well. So you can go ahead and work on that. You, my friends, can march over here. Yeah, definitely glad we've got some reinforcements just in case. But now we've kind of got two fronts to focus on. Oh, hang on a second. And what was this? That looks like this is the Navy. Oh, their trade Navy. Okay, so they've got a couple of heavies, a couple of transports. Alright, so I wonder if they're going to be dropping off some troops. They do have 76,000, enough room for 76,000 men. Yeah, this could actually be ideal. If they keep landing and we can beat them with superior numbers, this could be very, very nice for us. But either way, we need to manage over here first. So let's go ahead and we will walk our way through there. Then I think we'll go ahead and regroup with our friends, just to make sure that we have the numbers advantage going into more and more fights. Simple little victories are all good victories, so we'll take that. And then, actually, you know, can we? No, we can't quite catch them. That's fine. Although, hold your horses. We can catch them there. That'll be fine. All right, so we'll go ahead and do that. Woods, mountains, desert. It does look like they're on the retreat, so that is nice. Conversion successful, that's good as well. I think what we do is... Oh! We lost the battle against the British. Oh dear, 0.36. Aha! Okay, so, how far are you retreating? Okay, you're retreating to there. Okay. You know what? We're going to go ahead and we will meet you here. We don't really want to get caught out and, yeah, find ourselves in too much trouble. We want to make sure that we have a very solid front. Yeah, we lost a whole heap of men there. Looks like we did pretty good damage to them as well, but again, we need to make sure. It does look like Great Britain is losing a lot of manpower though, so I'm thinking they've got massive doom stacks and are burning through their manpower. So that is going to be a, I don't know, a potential concern, but we'll see how it goes. Looks like Burgundy has declared us as a rival. I suppose we'll go ahead and we will rival them back at some point, but for now we'll just have to make do with what we've got. Let's see, any sign of... the Papal State, Georgia, Tuscany and Albania, none of which we are fighting. I think what we do here is we're going to go ahead and grab our new ships. We're going to sail them together, and then... yeah, I think that's all we can do for now, and see if we can clean up some of our navy there. Alright, so what have we got? We've got Caradel, Austria. Money-wise, let's go ahead and continue on expending some of that. Make sure that we make more money. After all, money is how you win. And I think that's fairly good for now. Yeah, if Great Britain lets us, I think we can happily catch up to them and cause them a great deal of grief. Yeah, so again, we'll go ahead and we'll build a couple of heavies here since that's so fast. And then... what else do we want to wait on? Do a couple of these. Yeah, I guess that'll have to be good enough. Okay, so... I think that should be fine. Oh, we did battle... Oh, wait, that was the Pope. Right, I completely forgot that we're still at war with the Pope. Yep, it's... yeah, should not be a thing, but yet it still is. So that's all fine. And then... you guys, let's go ahead and make sure that you consolidate. Get a few more cannons, and then we'll go ahead and start hunting them down. Let's pick our best leader. At the moment, we've got Anton, who is a 5362. 362. Yeah, you know what? I think we'll keep the extra movement speed. It's already shown to be fairly effective, and that's pretty close as far as fire value is concerned. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start marching up over here. It does look like some of our allies are taking some good fights, and it does look like they're not trying to engage with us, so that's a good sign. We've got friends marching our way north, which is very nice. We do have a couple of occupations up here for New Russia, but again, I think we're going to be able to take care of this fairly quickly. And yeah, the 13 colonies, they're not half as strong as they used to be. British Louisiana, they've lost a good 80,000 men since we checked in earlier. Yeah, and then these guys, they're losing manpower as well. So I think this is a pretty good sign. We should be able to siege down all of their subjects. Not the best way of getting war score, but at the moment, that could be the way we need to go to work our way towards that landing on the British island. So if you do want to see more, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.